If you ever said, I can do this, I don't need to hire nobody. You need a real cover. Oh, I can do it. Customer service. Oh, I can do it. Hiring somebody else. Oh, I can do it. If this is you, you need to listen to this episode, because I'm telling you right now, in order to get to the next level in your business, you're going to have to hire some people. And if you don't believe me, keep doing what you're doing now and you're going to be at burnout. But keep watching. So I know you've been through this, because I'm going through this and have been through this. If you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, in the beginning, yes, it's okay to do everything by yourself. I mean, you learn, and it's good to know what's going on in your business. So even when you do hire out, I feel like some of the things you still should know, especially when it comes to like checking your books, accounting and things like that, and just still knowing your day-to-day procedures. Like, don't just hand over everything completely and you don't know what's going on, and then when there's a problem, then you have to always continue to keep going to those people. But hiring for the business is going to be the best money you ever spent. I think a lot of times we financially just overthink things like, oh my gosh, if I hire for this, it's going to take up, I'm going to spend this much money in that. But you have to understand, with you hiring people that are experts, why did I do that? Like, that should not have been in there, because they are experts. Sorry, y'all, I shouldn't have did that. But honestly, for hiring people that are experts, it saves you time. Yes, it's going to cost you money, but it saves you time. So like for me, I was going into Canva trying to make covers for my videos and doing this. I actually ended up hiring a graphic designer, and then my virtual assistant, she helped me. And that's what they do. So if that's something they do in and out, it's easier for them to just do it and for me to pay them. For an example, one of my specialties in my business is I bling shoes. For someone who wants bling shoes but do not know how to bling shoes, for them, they're going to have to learn a lot of trial and error, because they don't know what glue to use. They don't know what stones to use. They don't know what tools to use. They don't know the ins and outs. And since I do this for a living and I know the ins and outs, it would be easier for them to hire me to do the shoes for them. So if you are like, okay, I know I need to hire somebody, put in the comments right now, because I know I'm talking to you and I know you know. So a lot of people, they want to get to, I'll make $1 million, I'll make $1 million. You can't, let me back it up. So for everyone that I have talked to personally that are millionaires, they said the only way they became a millionaire is with a team. So as I kept hearing it, reading about it, I'm like, okay, Jill, you need to get a team. And it's not even just to make that $1 million, which, you know, that's going to be nice when it comes. But it's more so of just being able to hire out for things that is just not my specialty. Like customer service, I don't mind doing it, but sometimes I don't think I use the right words to maybe de-escalate a problem. So for that, I would need to hire out. And you can honestly, like my virtual assistant, she's not that much, so I do utilize her for a lot of things. You can get on Fiverr, F-I-B. Let me look it up, y'all. I ain't gonna tell y'all the wrong thing. I'll put it in the description. I got on Facebook. It's a group called Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. That's where I found my virtual assistant. And just, you know, just try to find other people, connect, network locally. See if there's any help that you can do with community resources. See if you have any local, you know, business programs going on, because for me, I actually made a lot of connections with business, in business with going to these programs that they had locally and, you know, networking. So I know for me, in order to grow my business, I have to hire people. Like for an example, I'm losing a lot of money this year because I got burned out from trying to do everything. Do the marketing, the content creation, the emailing, the doing the shoes, so simple things. I can hire someone that's a teenager that is able to drive, that can actually go to the store and pick up the shoes. If I need to get something from the craft store, they can go to the store and pick it up. That is a tedious thing. So you don't have to hire out for big projects. It can be the small things. For an example, my goddaughter, she helps me from time to time putting stickers on packages, y'all. Like, you might be like, well, that's something easy, yes, but it's very tedious work, and it could take me about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and that's something I can give someone else to do. So instead of doing these projects that's taking these little times, it's just best to honestly hire out, whether you know somebody in the family or friends. That can get a little tricky, but just stand firm, set boundaries, have contracts in place, and then just, do the things that just make sense in the business, because there's no reason why I should not be making more money than what I am because I don't have the proper people in place. So if I was able, because I only got these, you know what I'm saying? I can only do so much with these. So if I had 2 other people, we have 2 more set of hands. So then we can get more shoes done. So when it is just me, that makes my processing times longer. Some customers will get frustrated. They may say, okay, I'm not going to order from her again because it's too long. Yes, she does nice work, but it's taking too long. Yes, they do nice work, but the shipping is taking too long. Yes, their products are good, but why is it taking so long to ship? So if you had people that, for an example, this is really when my eyes open up. So whenever I go on a vacation, it could be a small vacation over the weekend. It could be a long vacation. Whatever it is, when I'm not here, if I'm not present, I can't even go on the internet, pack orders, and send them. You know why? Because nobody is in the office. So that made me think like, wow, the business really cannot function if I'm not here. So that tells me that what? You already know. I need to hire somebody. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's an intern, they're in high school, college, whatever the case may be. I just have to get some more help, because if not, the business will not be able to keep going, because everything is going to fall back on me. And with me being human, I can only take on so much. So don't get to where I was at, where I had burnout and I was about to be like, forget it all. You know what I'm saying? And I worked so hard to get to where I am. So I have been taking things I've been taking things slower just because of everything that's been going on. So, just getting back into the PEP. So I've been taking limited orders, and I have hundreds of people on a waiting list. And I just really looking and like, girl, you got to get this together. So, that's just one thing. So I had a business call earlier this month. So for this month, July, I'm actually supposed to be looking for help. So that's something I need to really focus on to get the business going and flowing, especially around, Black Friday is coming up. And, there are some things that I do need help with. And I do understand that we treat our businesses as like our babies. If you don't have kids, our animals, whatever, think of something that you love that is really hard to like pass over to somebody, because you think like they're not going to be able to treat it like me, and etc. And that's where you just have to learn. You have to have your SOPs together, your standard operating procedures. So you make a list. Like, when you had a 9-to-5 or whatever job you worked at, they showed you how to do the business. So if the managers aren't there, the employees still know how to run the company. Those are the things that you're going to have to do. So on your downtime, or when you may be having a slow time, literally sit down and write down step to step. If you go out of town and someone you know how to ship the items, what do? They go to Shopify, they click the order, they print off the packaging slips. Like, you have to literally break it down as if it should be easy enough for someone in middle school to be able to read it and know how to do the job. Like, that's how simple and easy, because a lot of times we try to go into more detail, we make it harder than what it is. Let's cut that out. Let's get straight to the point. So that's one of the things that you can do. Also, it is important to me, I feel like, to bring in other eyes in the business, because sometimes we're so focused on our goal that we only see what we want to see, and we only see we just see what we want to see, basically. So when you bring somebody else in, they can help you see a different way. They may have a different, they may have a different idea. So I think that is important too, because sometimes you get stuck and you're like, oh my gosh. And they might be like, well, you know what? Maybe you should add this. Maybe you should take this away. And it's okay to take things away. It doesn't mean you're failing. It means, obviously, to me, is you're succeeding because you see something that does not work. So instead of keeping it in the business and keep marketing for it and wasting money or time, you can kind of just take that away and then maybe at a later time, introduce it to your audience once again. So, I don't know, I'm just really passionate about that. And while I'm talking to y'all, I'm actually talking to myself too, because those are just some things I see in entrepreneurs. And I honestly feel like with small businesses, financially, like, yeah, you may not be doing as good. So that may be a reason why you have to shut the business down. But honestly, I really truly believe, and I actually need to look this up statistically, I think it is that we either hire too soon or we hire too late. So I'm at the point where I think I'm hiring too late, because now I'm at the point where I done been burnt out, I done been stressed out, and I done took off weeks and not do shoes and have orders to do, but it's like my body won't even let me pick up my utensil. Like, come on and do it. Like, it got to a point where I just don't have the energy. I didn't have the energy. So, excuse me. So before you get there, if you have any kids, if you have any cousins, sisters, brothers that are willing to help, I would definitely say talk to them, and you guys make a plan, put some contracts in place, and get things rolling. If you have an attorney, want to talk to your attorney before you do all of this, definitely do that as well. But it will definitely help you in the business. It will take stress off of you. Because, I mean, just as example, when I used to go to my beautician back in the day, her mom washed, her mom did the washing. She washed the hair. And then my beautician, she did the hair. So that took stress off of her, because she now did not have to wash the hair, and then it made the process quicker and she can get you out sooner. So then you're like, okay, I'm ready to go back to her, because I know when I go to her, I'm only going to be in the shop for maybe an hour, hour and a half, versus if I go to somebody else, I'm going to be there 3 to 4 hours. So then you'll get more recommendation for word of mouth, because you're faster. The work is still the good quality. So you just think about that when it comes to your business. And I hope you enjoy this episode. I didn't want it to be too dragged out. I just wanted to get straight to the point. But we will be coming out, well, it's just me. I will be coming out with more episodes. If you want to know about something else, please drop it in the comments. If you want to comment based off of what I talked about today, please drop it in the comments. I will put my handles below. You can find me on Instagram, Uniquely Creations. You can find me on TikTok, Uniquely Creations. And I also have a podcast. I'm actually going to be dropping a new episode this week. So check us out on Apple. It's Bling Entrepreneur Talks with Jill Lee. Spotify, same name. And I'm going to drop all those links in the comments. And also, if you are not on our email list, what are you doing? Get on our email list, and I'm going to put the website so you can go to uniquelycreations.com. Make sure you're on our email list. You get 10% off your first order. You just type your email in, and then you get your discount code right there. You don't have to wait for it to go to your email inbox. Later.